Yo, what's going on everybody? It's me, ThatWeeb here, back with What If Naruto is in Genshin Impact Part 4. So today's going to be a longer part since we have to get into the next Archon quest, which is Liyue. And in order to do that, there's a lot of story we need to cover. So just for a quick little recap, in case you haven't watched the series, make sure you go up here top upper right hand corner and you'll find a playlist I've kindly linked for you, which will have the previous parts leading up all the way to the point where the Traveler, aka Naruto, Venti, and Diluc, along with Master Jean, well, Jean off duty, have now gathered everything they need, including the Lyre to Himmel, and are now going to confront Dvalin, going to finally fight the dragon who's been attacking Mondstadt. The group would split up into two teams, the Traveler being Naruto, along with Paimon, along with Jean and Diluc would head towards the hideout, this being the location of the Fatui, where they'd be keeping the Lyre to Himmel. A couple of Rasengans later, Naruto would have bursted through the entire hideout, pretty much destroying the Fatui, along with Diluc and Jean just being there watching. Diluc not even having to do much. As Naruto holds up the last Fatui agent by the collar, asking where the Lyre is, the Fatui agent would hold up his hand as he tells him to go to hell. Lady Senor is going to beat you into the ground. Naruto would proceed to take the Fatui's agent's head and make it very well acquainted with the bricks beneath his feet. Jean would grab the Lyre as Jean, Naruto, and Diluc head back, now running to Star Snatch Cliff. It's here where Venti, now waiting, sees the Lyre. Venti would have gathered several purified dragon tears, these being the tears of Dvalin that we see in the game. Venti, using these tears in the Traveler, Naruto, purifying them, would be able to fix the Lyre to Himmel. Naruto having to use nature energy in order to actually manipulate the dragon tears. He accomplishes this using his Sage mode. It's done, Venti would say. Alright, now we just need to call Dvalin. Venti would play a tune on the Lyre as he strums his fingers across the small instrument. Naruto would watch incredulously as he'd be amazed by Venti's skill. Naruto would say, "Wow," listening to the beautiful music. Jean would put her hand on Naruto's shoulder, telling him to have patience and wait for Venti, as the Animo Archon, Barbados, would use his power, summoning Dvalin. At first, the air would be quiet, nothing, the wind's not making any sound. Suddenly a burst, a storm of wind, would come rushing through the entire area, this being Dvalin's summoning. Dvalin would fly up from behind the cliff as he roars, speaking as he sees the Animo Archon, Barbados.
Barbados, why? Why have you and why has Mondstadt betrayed me?
Dvalin, that's not true. We were fighting Durin, and his poison got implanted into you. That's why your memories are all off right now. Please, Dvalin, if you come closer, I can—
Don't listen to him, my dear dragon. Barbados has forsaken you.
No, Dvalin, don't listen to him. It's an abyss mage. Diluc then prepares sword, as then, Dvalin seeing their weapons, seeing the others around.
You brought people to slay me. They have weapons. They came here to kill me, didn't they, Barbados?
No, Dvalin, you don't understand. Dvalin would roar as the Abyss Mage laughs, disappearing. The dragon now flying away back to Storm Terror's lair, the old capital of Mondstadt. Fine, I'll get on this myself, Diluc would say. You don't attack Dvalin. He's under some sort of spell or something right now from that Abyss Mage. I'm sure of it. Our connection was frozen up when that Abyss Mage appeared. Well, can't you do something about this, Almighty Seven? Diluc would say. Venti would explain that, although he is one of the Seven, his long absence from the land has caused him to become the weakest of the Seven, which is why he needs to rely on their help. Since my principle is the property of freedom, and us Archons rely on the power of worship from our followers, because I've disappeared for so long, and Mondstadt is a city of freedom, there'd be no point in me ruling over it like a tyrant. That would be going against the principle of Animo, the principle of freedom. And so, regrettably, there's frankly not much I can do by myself right now. Naruto would stand up saying, We're gonna save Dvalin. Huh? Venti would turn. Naruto, seeing Venti and Dvalin's relationship, would remember. He'd remember Kurama. I have a friend too. And he was hurting for a long time because of things that people that I trusted did to him. Naruto remembering how the villagers had treated Kurama, the nine-tailed fox known as a demon. Venti, I'll help save your friend. Naruto had put his fist out as Venti tentatively then fist bumps him back. Well, I'm glad someone's on board at least. Diluc would sigh, saying it'd be easier to just kill the dragon, as Naruto gulps, remembering if someone ever had tried to kill Kurama, how he'd feel. The group would split up, Jin returning to her Grandmaster duties as Diluc then works on his own, working through his information network as he eventually would track down the mage, finding the Abyss Mage at the Dawn Winery. Diluc would slay it himself. Killing it, he would have noted that it dissipated some sort of special energy. After it died, Venti would soon realize after Diluc reports this to him that this energy is what had been severing his connection to Dvalin. Ever since that day at Star Snatch Cliff, Dvalin had just been hiding in the ancient ruins. The energy that was released from the Abyss Mage allowed him to understand that the same magic was powering the barriers sealing the runes. So, Venti knows how to dispel it now. Venti would meet up with the group after talking to Diluc and discuss with Jean as well as Naruto what they were going to do from here. Jean would say that she's open to the idea of killing Dvalin in order to bring peace back to Mondstadt. Venti would then say, if there's any other way besides that, I'd like to try that first. Venti would say, I think we can achieve our goal, because Naruto here is able to purify the tears of Dvalin, using his whatever mode. It's called Sage Mode, Naruto would say. I don't know, it sounds pretty pretentious to me. Pretentious? You think that I'm pretentious even though you go around calling yourself a god? I am a god, Venti would say. Stupid charging. Naruto would grumble, but eventually the group would then head off. Naruto saying that he will keep his promise, and that he will save Dvalin. Once they arrive outside the ruins, they would be attacked by a group of hilichurls. Naruto! Diluc would say. Diluc would then pull out his claymore as he slashes at a hilichurl, chopping it in half, as the hilichurl falls to the ground, dissipating. Naruto would turn as a Mitachill comes rushing around the corner with a shield, about to bash into Naruto. Naruto would quickly make a shadow clone as he uses his clone to pull himself out of the way, throwing a kick at the Mitachill's head, sending it sprawling as it falls to the ground. Naruto rips a kunai out as he throws it at the Mitachill, who blocks it with its shield. Jin would come up behind using wind as she summons the power of Animo, blasting the Mitachill forward off its back. Naruto would quickly form a Rasengan in his right hand as he lifts his wrist up and arm, throwing it up in an upward punch, using an uppercut. With this technique, with the Rasengan, he would slam his Rasengan into the Mitachill, causing it to basically explode and dissipate. Jin and Naruto would fist bump, as Naruto says nice, Jin thanking Naruto for the assistance. Diluc would have wiped out the other hilichurls, as they all note that hilichurls generally don't gather in areas with strong elemental energy. It must be the Abyss sort of manipulating them. That must be the only way, Venti would speculate. They'd all agree on this answer, as they managed to have repelled their attackers. Anyway, it won't be enough at least, Naruto would say. Venti would dispel the wind barrier surrounding the ruins. Now, they would all navigate into the lair, now looking around as they see the destroyed city. Naruto looking around would be amazed and wondering, what happened here? As they're reaching the top of the tower, Naruto would suddenly feel chills as he turns around, looking to the top of a cliff. What is that? The feeling would disappear as quickly as it came, with Naruto having no idea what that feeling was. Once they reach the top, Venti would realize that they can't go any further, stating that the ruins are actually part of Old Mondstadt, when the previous god at the time, the god of storms, was a tyrant. Venti would trail off seemingly into memories of a past that no one else here had seen. Diluc would note that they had actually come across a light actuator, and if they activate it after some struggle, which they would find some crystals, do that whole puzzle when everyone sighing, Naruto having to climb a few things, would finally have activated the puzzle, them now breaking into the middle tower. Venti hopes they can bring Dvalin back to his senses, as he has the freedom to choose whether or not to protect Mondstadt, and its people had never betrayed him in the first place. Venti would use his power to imbue Naruto with Animo energy, as Dvalin rises up out of the ruins ready to attack. Naruto would say, I'll take care of this, as Naruto himself had fought monsters of this category before. Of this strength, Naruto flies up, entering Sage Mode, as he now is able to fight Dvalin. Good luck, Naruto, Venti would think. The battle at Devalin would begin as Venti sees Devalin flying towards Naruto. Naruto dodging out of the way as he creates a Rasen Shuriken, chucking it at Devalin, tracking it after him. As the Rasen Shuriken crashes into Devalin, Devalin screeching as it hits directly into the thorn of that cursed energy from Durin that had hurt Devalin all those years ago and had poisoned him to this degree. Devalin would turn around again once more as he then decides to shoot with his dragon's breath flames of wind towards Naruto. Using his power as the king of the skies, Devalin would then roar. A turbulent windstorm would then come into being as it rages towards Naruto. Naruto would then shout out saying he knows a little bit about wind himself, as Naruto would then charge up another Rasen Shuriken saying this is it, as he charges a ton of sage energy into it, throwing it directly into this windstorm, directly at Devalin. Suddenly, Devalin would get slammed into by a ton of nature energy, purifying him of the corrupted energy placed on him by the Abyss Order. Venti's energy would run out as the Traveler, Venti, and the rest who had been fighting Devalin would fall to the ground, them slowly falling up from the sky. Devalin would charge down as he catches them, asking Venti why he hadn't asked him to save them. Venti would say that, I didn't want you to listen to the Abyss Order, but I don't need you to have to listen to me either. If I ordered you to act free, it wouldn't be true freedom. Devalin would listen, saying, I see. Devalin realizing that Barbatos and the people of Mondstadt weren't after him at all. Now the winds of change can take, as we fly towards a better future. Returning to the city, Jean would have cleared up between the people and Devalin, who would have believed that Devalin had just quickly appeared to attack and disappeared just as quickly. Now, returning to the city, they'd be greeted by Amber, who says that while they were dealing with Devalin, she and the other knights had repelled a coordinated hilichurl attack on the city. She wondered where Kaya had gone, but because he disappeared during the attack. Is he with you? But Kaya wouldn't be with the group. That's strange, you'd say. Whatever. Anyway, they meet up at Good Hunter. At the tavern, they'd actually find Kaya, who tells them that he was suspicious of the attack and remained in the city while everyone else was fighting. He intercepted a group of the Abyss Order infiltrators and had defeated them. And he also learned that they are united under a single leader, someone who calls himself the Abyss King. Spotting Amber's arrival, Kaya decides to leave, saying that she'll probably be angry at him for abandoning them so he could have a nice drink. Amber would be furious with Kaya, saying that he lacks work ethic and he can't even help them protect the city. What's his point of being a cavalry captain? Well, maybe if I had some cavalry I could actually fight instead of just hiding in the tavern. Anyway, they would all ask Naruto what he intends to do now. Paimon says that, well, Naruto says that he needs to travel around so we can find the Seven. Apparently we're looking for this strange god, and also his friend, who is basically like a brother to him. Naruto would nod, saying, I want to find Sasuke, and I need to meet the other gods. There's 6 left. If one of them happens to be that woman, then once I regain my full power, I'll defeat her and then head back home. That's my plan. Afterwards, Jean would take Venti and Naruto to the cathedral to return the Holy Lyre to Himmel, and once they arrive, this would be when Barbara, the deaconess of the church and Jean's younger sister, asked for the lyre. The Traveler, aka Naruto, would give her the lyre, saying, sorry about that. Paimon just hiding behind Naruto at this point, to Barbara's panic as her face would go completely dead. The lyre? Yeah, well, we use it to save the city. Venti would sigh as he repairs the lyre. Barbara would laugh, saying, oh my god, thank you, as she takes it off and runs off, thinking, oh, Lord Barbatos, intending to never let it out of her sight, ever again. Venti would laugh as he then says, I just used a little illusion, as he then turned and ran off. Oh, not without me, Naruto would say, I'm not getting caught by her. She was pissed. Naruto would run outside, and suddenly, as Naruto steps outside the door, a burst of cold, freezing air would attack Paimon and Venti. Naruto would hold his arms up, holding off the cold air, as he then looks up, wincing through his eyes. 2 Futuya agents would suddenly appear, trying to tackle Naruto. Naruto would kick one away while he wrestles with the other. Naruto trying to create a Shadow Clone Jutsu as they try to hold him down. Meanwhile, a lady would walk up, wearing a long dress, with 2 Fatui Sissin Electro Mages walking in on each side. Well, if it isn't the rodent ruler of Mondstadt. As she begins to taunt Venti, Venti returns so in kind, saying, "Does your master know that you borrowed her face?" With him obviously calling out the Cryo Archon. Gah! Cheeky little brat! She would then stab her arm directly into Venti's chest, ripping out his gnosis. Signora would then turn and she orders her subordinates to quickly flee before the knights arrive. "Wait! Come back here! What did you take from him?" Naruto would say. Naruto would throw a punch, hitting one of the Fatui agents and knocking him out, as Naruto runs towards Signora. Signora turning as he says, "Weakling." Suddenly Naruto would get frozen solid, as he'd be shocked. So fast! Signora and the other Fatui agents would walk away, saying, "Let's get out of here," as Naruto promises he's going to defeat her and take back what she stole from Venti. Signora would laugh as she walks away, taking the gnosis with her. Venti, now finally recovering himself, would free Naruto from the ice, asking if he's okay. Yeah, I'm fine though. I think I got a cold or something. Also, who is that girl, your ex or something? Why, did she just take her wallet and run? Venti would start laughing. He says, "Oh no, nothing as important as that. That's my wine depository after all," he'd whisper. "No, she just took something called a gnosis. It's not a big deal." "Oh, well, I mean, if you say so," Naruto would say. "I'm still gonna get it back for you." God, she's annoying. She reminds me of someone else. Naruto would have images of Sakura in his mind, with Sakura and Signora being just as bitchy as Sakura used to be. Anyway, enough hating on Sakura, since that trend literally has died, been recycled, stabbed, and fucked over and over again now, and it's actually getting so boring. I don't care. I know people don't like Sakura. I don't like her either. I don't even like talking about her. Moving on. That's probably been my last Sakura joke in any of my scripts, because I've written that same goddamn joke so many times, and I'm so fucking tired of it. So we're gonna never do that again. Because I can't, like, we need to find something else funny in the Naruto world, because man, Sakura, she's dead already, okay? Like, she's 6 feet under, buried, fertilized, all the shit. Anyway, after Signora leaves and takes Venti's gnosis, Venti would then ask Naruto what he's going to do now, with him and Paimon explaining about their plan to go and find the other 7 in hopes of Naruto to find Sasuke. That being the ultimate goal, and return back to Konoha to find what happened with the Infinite Tsukuyomi, since the two were interrupted during their fight actually never finished. You see, when they collided for that last time, instead of their arms blowing off, there was no concluded victor, there was no tie. They were just teleported, so their fight was cut off midway. It was unfinished. Anyway, Naruto would explain this to Venti before saying he has to find his brother, explaining that if he thinks that as he touches these statue things, he'll gain more power back, saying that he can feel some of Kurama's chakra being restored, that every time he unlocks a new element of his chakra, basically unlocking the nature releases again through these elemental paths, he'll be able to restore Kurama's power as well, hopefully getting Kurama completely sealed back into his seal so that he can access KCM. Anyway, Venti, hearing this, would then decide to help Naruto by pointing him in the right direction. It's telling Naruto to head to Liyue, explaining that there's a god there, the god of Geo, Rex Lapis, the god of contracts. If anyone might know about this Sasuke guy, it could be him. Rex Lapis is the oldest of the 7 Archons that are currently alive, besides myself, of course, with him being the only other Archon who hasn't been replaced over the years. So you're saying he might have run into Sasuke at some point, Naruto would say? Yep, right on the money, Venti would say. Naruto would nod, thanking Venti for the information, as he would then go off with Paimon, saying goodbye to the Knights of Favonius and Amber. Amber, again, asking what the Traveler, Naruto, would want, with Naruto saying he would like if Amber would hang up some wanted, looking for missing posters of Sasuke, describing how he looks. With that, Naruto and Paimon would then start their trip, heading to Liyue. On their journey to Liyue, neither do the two know that they'll be running into another Harbinger of the Fatui very soon. A Harbinger who will want to battle Naruto to fully test his limits. If you guys want to see the next part for what if Naruto's in Genshin Impact, hit the like button, comment below your thoughts, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this from me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, before I do go, make sure to go watch my intro video on my second channel. I'm trying to work on videos for that, like fully edited, nice videos on there. We'll see what I can do with that. I'm trying to do like animations and art stuff on there because that's kind of what I'm trying to add into my what ifs and stuff to level up my content, you know? So I'd appreciate if you would go check it out, leave a like just for the algorithm's sake. Anyway, thanks for listening to me this long, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.